for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Carry for Kenyon Drake, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him fouled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. Forced out to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit.
Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 70 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray dancing to his left. He'll run it, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7, and the Cardinals first down.
Murray now on first down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of 10.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Murray to give. This is Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Cardinals nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Complete.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 31, check 31. Check 43.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
59, Mike, check, 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 36.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has it all.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Murray buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Shaquille Griffin.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. His throw incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks a way to stretch their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be more than a half a foot.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Your completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert On 3rd and inches. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Come on, guys!
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Remain for 2nd down.
You. Mike 48, Mike 48. Damn.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
The Seahawks.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. K.J. Wright, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that That's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock, and you've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Taken down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Lights 59. Lights 59. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the clock?
Throwing is Wilson. Out to his left. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Benson Mayowa able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Murray's
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. He gives it off to Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
They run again with Carson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Jason Myers.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And the Seahawks defense heads back out there now. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Murray with a nice move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And his throw is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Got it!
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Bobby Wagner. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
For Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Benson Mayowa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey. Show it up. Show it up.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Steps away to his left. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Murray on the keeper.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. On 1st down, Carson.
Offside, defense.
Come on, now.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Offside, defense.
Come on, man.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped.
What was that, Russ?
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. The 30.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby.
Showtime, baby.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Gonzalez to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 58, right over there. Yeah.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. On the ball.
To throw again. Wilson. Looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now they go straight. It's complete. Now Carson fumbles the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll try and run it. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Recovered by the
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks.
Jason Myers.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.